Where my girls at?
Taking the spice, you know, keep it locked in.
Where my girls at?
Keep on watching while the beat keep knocking.
Where my girls at?
You love the flow, it's the ladies' show.
Where my girls at? Yeah. Where my girls?
Everybody please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Earlier this week, Michael Ealy may have been a bit too early because in an awkward moment gone viral at the Power Players Mix and Mingle event in LA, footage showed the greeting between Michael Ealy and Meagan Good may have been a little too friendly in front of her boyfriend, Jonathan Majors. In the video, Meagan Good is heard greeting Ealy with Ealy and Good hugging each other and Ealy lifting Good off her feet. After the hug, Ealy is seen ignoring her boyfriend, Jonathan Majors. After the viral video went viral, the Shade Room, Meagan Goods commented under the post, "So we're just gonna edit out the first part of the video where Jonathan and Michael exchange a big hug first and then speak life over each other?" So, gurus, what do you think about the hug that Michael Ealy gave Meagan Good in front of Jonathan Majors?
Listen, everybody's going to feel a way about that. At the end of the day, when you have a good energy with someone and you share, like, you know, you've been working with them for years. It's like we're brother and sister at this point. You know what I mean? And it's like the embrace that you embrace me in my mind as Meagan Good. I'm like, oh, this is a dear old friend hug. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not trying to be disrespectful in any eyes. I haven't seen you in so long. We've probably since COVID. Who knows? It's so good to see you, dear friend. That's it. But of course, because the partner that you with, if he ain't confident within himself and if he ain't too secure within himself, he's going to project. And that's exactly what you saw, projection.
Because, I mean, it could give, you know, certain type of vibes, like, it could have gave like prior Smash type vibes, like, you know. I mean, if you don't know, you know what, you know. I mean, it's a possibility that there may have been a smashing prior to the you know.
But see, I think that's where people have to grow as people because, like I told you, I was in the military and a lot of my coworkers were men. So just because we're of the opposite sex doesn't necessarily mean that we've slept together. Like we could be just the best of friends. Like I have a guy that I met him and my husband are the same age and we instantly all clicked. Like I knew him forever and it was just always like brother, sister, but it never gave, even when we hug, like people may from the outside looking in be like, why is she hugging this man? But that's my bro. Like I don't see a reason to automatically assume people have slept together because they're of the opposite sex.
When it's like that though, I would say if that's your homie, that's your friend, you know, you guys got a lot of love for each other and I'm here with my man, usually what I would expect is
not to pick you up and do all that.
Not necessarily that. Well, not necessarily that, but an acknowledgement
to my yeah, absolutely.
After that, even if they did have, you know, that initial conversation that we didn't see on camera, I would still, you know, he's right there. You know what I'm saying?
Dap him up, walk over, yeah, something. Yeah.
Something. I think that would be the next reaction if that friendship was genuine and you know this is my man. You know, because men are very
sensitive in that regard. I mean, the lifting up off the feet may have
a lot of men was like, they was ready to square up on social media, honey. A lot of men was ready to say, okay, you hug my girl like that, I step to the side because I'm about to lay you flat.
You got cameras there, you got people that could think the wrong thing, you know.
They've been in the industry forever, working together, doing all of these things. Like, it's not that deep. It's just because the cameras are on her. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, people have their perception of Meagan Good also. I don't think it has anything to do with her as a person, but maybe the roles that she played, you know, sometimes they just tie together.
People can't.
Get
separated.
A little tea though, a little tea. And I don't know. know. Okay? But what I heard was back in the day, you know, she was a little all over the place with it.
She had that image. Definitely had that image.
Not even image wise or, you know, because of the roles that she played, but like, you know, true rumors or whatever, industry wise, that she was I don't know though, but I'm just saying what I heard.
I had heard.
I mean, because in life, things happen, and you could be sitting at the table with dude that smashed your shorty. I mean, this is real life. Like, and dude, and if he real, he is not going to give you any notion of the fact that he was smashing your girl.
Yeah.
Prior.
Yeah.
So awkward.
It's a cold world we live in, huh? It's a cold world we live in. I mean, you know what? I hope he ain't. He looked like he had a nice stern talking to Miss Megan Good there. When they got back in that vehicle, he already looks like a rustle and tussle. Cause he'll be like, but
I don't want him having no stern talks and no vehicles. I don't want him doing that now.
Right, listen, stern talking.
Megan Good was married to a minister before this.
Yeah.
What that got to do with it?
Like, how she went from him to this?
She said, I was ready to get back in the streets, honey. I don't care what y'all talking about.
He was doing too much.
Okay.
He was doing too much.
From what I remember, the minister, I'm not sure of this, but the minister got a divorce from her.
Yeah.
No, he didn't want this, as far as I know.
You know what?
Other way around. Other way around.
He did. No, it was him.
He didn't want this. I haven't heard him speak about it now, but, as he continued to talk about it over the years, he was just like, he don't really know what happened. He don't really understand, but he just, it just is what it is. So we don't even really know as public the premise of what happened. Nobody has spoken about it.
And then too, what we have to understand as people is that people are really in our lives sometimes for a season, and we really be trying to hold on to them, boy. Don't go, we'll make it right. And they're really there for like to just show you something, and once you get that, bye-bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
And see, I think that's why it's important in relationships to be, full feet on the ground, stay 10 toes down, and understand and navigate around the realities that happen in life. Because you can't live with your individual with this fantasy type of thing, like everything has always been rosy, forever. That's not the way things are. We are in an environment that in relationships, things aren't always rosy. So, I think that actually strengthens a relationship more than it separates a relationship.
I would definitely say that Jonathan Majors has a lot of growing to do. He got a lot of growing to do, and I'm not even
especially after that incident.
Yeah, it's not only after that too. I just feel like he just personally has a lot of growing to do. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you got to really reflect on things that happen to you, why they happen to you, and really be careful and tread lightly moving forward, because you don't want to end up in a path like this again or even close to it. And you want to know that wherever you're going, you got a clear mind. You got, everything is like you can see clearly now. The rain
especially after he asked that girl to be his Martin Luther King.
This is what I'm saying. Outrageousness.
We knew something was off at that point.
Yeah, like brother, work on you, brother. Work on you.
Work on you, my man. Yeah.
What you talking about? What?
Yeah, like what was you even talking about? Yeah.
You wasn't even gonna get Coretta toenail out of her. You wasn't getting nothing Coretta out of that.
During a recent interview with Common, the topic of marriage was brought up. Backed into a corner by the host on the marriage topic, Common expressed his readiness to marry Jennifer Hudson. He stated, "If I'm going to get married, it's to her. Simple as that." On hearing the news, Common's ex, Tiffany Haddish, responded on social media writing, all caps, quote, "exactly. I hope they actually get married." Gurus, how do you think Haddish really felt when she heard Common's comments?
I think it hit some nerve.
It's gonna hit a nerve because he probably told her that.
It triggered something.
He probably told her that, and she probably fell for it. That's why she's so mad. Now, I thought they was not together no more because he stole her money. I'm confused.
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
Y'all in the comment tried to steal Jennifer Hudson money. Where y'all at?
What?
Y'all better stop playing now.
Time out. Hold flag on the play.
Y'all better stop playing now. Yes, it was some allegations talking about how he was trying to steal her money and all kinds of nonsense. And I'm like, what? Get out. Yeah, and I'm like, don't he got money too? Yeah, he was managing her money or doing something with her money and was stealing her money on the low. I thought they was not together no more. I'm hearing it, no one knows of this. I'm confused. This was probably like the beginning of summer or like right before summer. Yeah, this was probably like back in May or something like that. Like, yeah, this was not too long ago. That's why I'm like, they're together?
Well, damn, man. What?
Listen, they try to probably if you try to look it up, it's going to be gone because they tried to erase it.
Did either one of them comment on that?
Well, I don't think so, That's probably why. I cannot remember, but it was really like something that was breaking news. Common is trying to steal her money type stuff. I know he ain't say nothing, because he the culprit. So, he ain't gonna say nothing, but I don't know as far as her, she wasn't really gonna say much either because, she gonna be Miss Private.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna say much on it.
You don't ever know what to believe.
That too. Because I was like, he's stealing her money. Don't he got money? What's going on?
I don't know how.
I don't know, but anyways, he love, honey, and that's all he gonna ever love is love. He ain't never gonna marry no Jennifer Hudson. I don't believe it. I ain't believe it.
Now, if you're Jennifer Hudson, what would you think after he made a statement like that?
You lies.
That he's not gonna get married.
Lies.
He has no intention on marrying anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
That if you starting it with if, then it's like, okay, you want to get married or not? Like, it's kind of iffy. Is that how you really feel?
And that's where what I just said before about why people separate, why relationships end, is because the values are not the same, and there's no fix there. So I think we've come to figure out about Common, like, I mean, he done been through all of these relationships. I believe he's vocalized before that he doesn't want to be married. So that's all on Jennifer Hudson and how she feels about marriage. Is that something that's high on her priority list? Like, is that something that she needs to do? Is that something that's very important to her or not? But
do we know about Jennifer Hudson's past relationships or no?
Well, I know that she was
married before.
Yeah, she was married to that guy that was on I Love New York. What was his name? Muscle guy. Oh, I can't remember his name. He was on married.
She had a baby with him, right?
Yeah, he had a. Yeah.
What is it, like Pico or something?
Something. Okay. It was something, but he was a workout guy at the time.
Am I confusing something? Was there something with her ex that he was a little,
Yeah, they was trying to say that too.
That was what that was?
Yeah, that was him. That's the same guy. They was trying to say that. Yeah. They surely was.
Wait, what?
I don't know if he is, but they surely was saying that.
It's just like Star Jones. Just like Star Jones.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Star Jones should have knew. She should have known.
But he looked like, woo, child. He got Vivica Fox show off the air, honey.
Yeah, because he was acting. So, yes, Al Reynolds. Yes, he was.
I didn't even know that was him. I said, that was him she was married to? Girl.
That was him. That was him. But he wasn't as flamboyant at the time. I can give her that. Yeah, he was, you could definitely tell, but he wasn't like the way he is now.
Full blown now, honey. He said,
Yeah,
I'll get my
now
food.
he don't care. But
Horrible, terrible.
Now, Jennifer Hudson, her family was tragically
yeah, they were murdered. Yeah.
and it was more than one, I believe, right?
It was her mom and her brother. It was her mom and her younger brother, and I think, was it two or three?
I think the sister too, right?
Yeah, I feel like it was a few people.
It was like three of them. I know it was her mom for sure and her little brother. I know them two for sure. And I think it was someone else. I just don't know who the someone else was.
Debbie, I feel like you would be kind of with me on the conspiracy theory thing on that a little bit. But I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that.
I digress.
All right, gurus, we have a special guest today. Her name is Star Guzman. She does.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, she does insurance. And so, Star, you do insurance. First of all, everybody, let's welcome in Star Guzman.
Yay.
Welcome, sir.
Star, you do insurance, and from what I'm hearing, insurance people are talking it up like it's a bank.
Right. Well, I mean, so if that is one aspect of insurance, you can, there are insurance policies. Well, they're called permanent life, whole life policies, where you get an amount. Let's just say you got $250,000 of death benefit. The policy accumulates cash value, and you can borrow against said cash value. It takes maybe like 3 to 5 years before you should borrow against it. You should, the first 3 to 5 years, you're wanting it to accumulate. So then, let's just say you're trying to buy a house, put a kid through school, whatever it is, you can borrow that money that you have been putting into the policy or that the policy has been generating, because you can also put money into a whole life policy as well. When you are ready to borrow against it, let's say you go and you got your policy 3 years ago and you've been putting money in and you go and check the cash value and it's 50,000 in there and you want to use that for car, whatever it is, you can borrow that. You can take that out and you do not have to pay that back. It is interest free. There's no penalty for it. The only thing is that when you pass away, they take that 50,000 out of the death benefit. So if you were getting 250,000, like your family, where they were getting 250,000, they'll just get 200,000. So a lot of people have felt like, oh my God, this is a hidden secret, which is a lot of wealthy people do that. Like I've met just on my short baby journey, because I'm like 6 months in, but I've met tons of people that they're like, yeah, I have 9 policies. And I'm like, why do you need 9 life insurance policies? Oh, my family has a ranch here and we want to pay it off. So they take money and they do that. So, and it's tax free. So you don't have to pay any taxes on that. There's no penalties. The money that you see there is the money that you're able to use. So a lot of people call that being their own bank, because they don't have to, pay anybody back. It's your money. It's your policy. So yeah, I'm learning that. Still real new, y'all, but very hungry, I want to know everything. So, yeah.
So I have a question for you. So rather than, okay, people are investing into life insurance policies rather than putting money in the bank where they can accumulate interest. I understand, yes, if I pass away, my family is going to get, so much. But right. Other than that, is it wiser to put that money elsewhere where you're going to accumulate interest?
So that's what the whole life policy does. It accumulates interest, as well as, I don't know about lot of other companies. I can only speak for New York Life, and for the last 100 and let's say 80 years, they are the only company who's paid dividends to their policyholders. So on top of the cash value that your policy is getting, you are also receiving dividends yearly. So you can take those dividends and pay up your policy, and you don't monthly. You'll still be getting the interest that your policy is accumulating, the cash value that you're accumulating on top of the dividends. Plus, if you want to dump in money, you can, and it's no tax. It's not taxed or anything when you go to take it out. So it's called being your own bank, because all you do is make a call or go into the app. You don't have to qualify. You don't have to have X amount of dollars in the bank. You don't have to have good credit. It is your money that you've been putting into your policy. That's why a lot of people get it for children when they're born, because now they know at 18, 20, whatever, you're going to go to college, and I'm going to have, here you go, $50,000 for you, tax free, to do whatever it is that you're going to do with your life or not with your life. So a lot of people feel like I'm by no way like a financial guru, but for me, investing in life insurance policies is better than just dumping your money in the bank, because most of the time the interest rate is like what, 2%, if that. I know that there's one bank, SoFi, now that they have 4%, but a lot of times you're not seeing any return on that money, and then when you go to use it, you have to pay taxes on it.
So what you do, you actually nurse people through insurance. What is there's a lot of different insurances. Which
Right.
one are you in, basically, that you know the most about?
So right now, New York Life, we sell all insurance policies: term, whole life, universal life, custom term, which is a mixture of term and whole life. Term is the cheaper insurance. It's basically 10, 20, 30 years, and you pay, let's just say, $12 a month, but that's guaranteed death benefit. But it ends, let's just say you got a 10-year term, it ends at the end of that 10 years, and that money that you've been paying in, you just paid off your 10-year term. And if you do not pass away in 10 years, then you get nothing from it. But for some people, that's economic because they can't afford, $100 a month for insurance for whole life or universal life or something like that. So they get term just to start. But anybody breathing needs life insurance, whether it's the baby that just came out or the 99-year-old lady down the street. Everybody needs insurance. Why? Because we're all going to die one day. Like, everybody is like, and it's insane to insure your car, insure your phone, insure your house, but not your life. To me, it's just the craziest thing when people are like, no, it's expensive. I'm like, girl, do you have $70? Yes, then you can get life insurance. If you can spare $10 a month, you can get life insurance. You don't have to get $1 million insurance, but you do want to make sure that if anybody depends on you, you're leaving them something, not just your debt, not just your your memories, but you left them something maybe to help them. That's how you generate generational wealth.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you do pass away, and you have debts, does the life insurance go towards those debts?
So it can, if that's what you earmark your funds for, then yes. So let's just say you had got $200,000 in policy and you had $100,000 left on your house. You could have your beneficiary pay that $100,000 or not. They could let the house go. It just depends on who's in charge of your estate and everything like that when you do pass away, because not a lot of people think about that.
A lot of married people probably would think about that, because
anybody, if you have anything that when you pass away it's still going to be there, you should be estate planning. You should be making sure, because estates are not just for big homes, $1 million, legacies. It's for you. Like, if you own a car, if you died tomorrow, what would you want somebody to do with that car? What would you want somebody to do with their phone?
Is that separate from what you do? Is that, and I need to do this with my lawyer for my will, or is this something that I can state within my policy, this is what I want to take care of with this.
So both. You could do both. You could do both. A lot of people, for me, I do recommend putting a whole will together just because it's not, you have, medical decisions and all of those things that need to be made that you don't just want your brother. Let's just say you don't even know if your brother is capable of making those decisions, but now he has hundreds of thousands of dollars that you left him and things to decide. So you always want to make sure you left somebody capable in charge of your stuff. That can be separate. And then you also want to make sure you want to know what you want to do with your funds, because you could just leave it for your beneficiary. That's totally up to you. And then they could handle the debt or not handle the debt,
I was just talking with my family about this. Unfortunately, my uncle passed, and we are in the process. We have no idea if he has a policy or not. How would you recommend finding out? Because we're still in the middle of going through all of the legal stuff and things like that. How would you know if he even has?
You would just have to reach out to insurance company, because it's not a federally regulated thing. It's per state. So there's no hey, whoever has a policy, put them in his database, and there's none of that. It's company by company. So you just grab the big ones, New York Life, Prudential, all of State Farm, and just see if they had a policy there. But they might not tell you anything, because if there was a beneficiary in place, they would only talk to that person.
All right. So, Star Guzman, we want to thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys.
We thank you for your knowledge and and you are staying with us. Thanks.
In case you've been busy and you just don't know what the hell is going on, this is the Lady Guru Show news for you. If you've been hiding under a rock, child, somebody tried to assassinate Donald Trump.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not
cackling.
funny.
I am cackling.
I am so
cackling.
Nah, it's your presentation for me.
Yo, and it's crazy. I feel like it's like WWE SmackDown wrestling or something, because now dude is walking around with this pillow on his ear.
Oh, no, not just him. It's all his supporters have been so
aggravating.
They got piece of tissue on their ear.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they even fold a piece of paper and put it on their ear. It's crazy.
It's hilarious how they don't know they look.
They look voting for them. You're all
exactly. They're great. This is ridiculous.
In other news, Usher's hard work continued to pays off. The Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show starring let me start that over. What's that word? What's that number right there? Because I don't know.
Oh, Super Bowl.
Right. Don't have me.
Just say Apple Music Super Bowl.
Right, there you go. Okay. Usher's hard work continues to pay off. The Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show starring Usher is nominated for Outstanding Variety Special. This is the 5th consecutive year that the Super Bowl halftime show has been nominated in this category. That was the In Case You Were Busy and You Just Don't Know What the Hell Is Going On news for you.
Yo, I gotta say though, that halftime show was dope. I mean,
it was.
That
nobody
was
said.
one for the book.
Yeah.
All of Usher's shows are amazing. He always puts on a really good show.
I'm so sad I couldn't go to the Vegas show or whatever. That was too much anyway.
No.
Until he do something else.
He gonna be here. He gonna be here in New York in September.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Hopefully,
look at
more reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm not trying to be spending an arm and a leg, please.
Let's hope the tickets and
Somebody
the pictures
posted a
ain't
video.
$1,000.
Right. Because I know I love me some Usher.
I know. I'm trying to go to that.
Usher.
We can stay up. I don't buy tickets.
Some Usher.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Gurus, there is a topic about a young girl named Jassy Careia. She was a young girl that had so much ambition. She wanted to do something with her life. She also had a daughter, I believe. And the daughter, I believe, if I don't know if everybody remembers, her daughter was about like 3 or 4 at the time.
Barely young.
Yeah, Jassy Careia was unfortunately kidnapped and murdered on the night of her 23rd birthday celebration. She was a single parent who left her daughter's father because of domestic abuse. Described as a responsible parent who was heavily involved with her kids day to day, she left her daughter with her grandmother that night. She met with her friend at her friend's apartment, just like any young girl her age. It was no more than 4 to 5 of them going out to celebrate. They got to the club, started drinking, and then the 4 of them got into an argument, probably due to alcohol, and her friend ended up leaving her at the club. Now, when her friend left her, I guess they all were drunk. And it happened that she left the club barefoot. And so that's how you know she must have been a little tipsy.
No.
As an understatement.
Any woman will tell you that you don't have to be tipsy to take them shoes off at the end of the night. Because I walk barefoot, not drunk or whatever. But go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't think she was drunk. Didn't they say she was concerned about her friend who was drunk?
I don't know, but the reason why I thought she was drunk was because when she got into the Uber driver did not want to drive her.
Right. Yeah.
So what happened? Jassy went to catch an Uber, but the Uber driver did not want to drive her. I guess it was due to a Uber technicality. So another man, as the Uber driver was basically, it looked like, pushing her out.
Wow.
Jassy, there was another man walking down the street who I guess took up for her, and so Jassy let the man help her, and at that point she looked like she could hardly walk. Literally walking down the street, the guy gave her a piggyback. She jumped on the guy's back because I guess she couldn't walk, and so he helped her with the walk, and they went down the block. He got Jassy to his car, and hours later, Jassy was dead and put inside a suitcase. And so what? After watching that video, what do you guys think about what happened to this young girl? Because what was highlighted was that you can see any girl her age, responsible, things like that, have a daughter, drops the daughter off at the grandmother's house, which is a good thing. She goes out with her friends, meets another friend at her apartment. They all go out. It wasn't like it was a big party of them. It was only 4 to 5 people. And they get into an argument. And her friends left her.
That's where it started.
I was going to say, I'm not leaving my friend. Like, I don't care what we all do. Like, what?
Right.
No.
On her birthday, I'm so confused.
You don't leave your friend nowhere. Never.
Yeah, like, what kind of friends is these?
The friends left her. Not only did they leave her, but they left her barefoot.
Like,
Barefoot. Right.
Confused.
And not only that,
those wasn't her friends. Those was not her friends.
But I also, I'm not trying to say that the girl was drunk, but it looked like there was evidence that she may have been drunk, only because it seemed like the Uber driver was almost physically trying to push her out the car. So she may have had a lot to drink that night.
But even if she was drunk or not drunk, when she left out her house, she left with a group of people, like a group of friends. That's how she should have returned home. Or wherever they were. Yeah, like you don't, as a woman, like anybody, like I wouldn't leave my friends outside. Like even if they was drunk, wasn't drunk, if we arguing and the night ain't, then all right, let me drop you off, let me go. But I'm not gonna leave you outside because with like I don't know.
At night, you don't know who's watching y'all argue.
And this her birthday. Like,
yeah.
Waiting for you to get paid.
You know what? How old she was? How old was she?
26.
26?
It's somewhere like it had to be between 23 and 26.
Okay. So, I mean, honestly, at that age, and especially in this day and age, I think we had we had it a little bit better, a little while ago, but, especially this day and age, I don't know if it's established. I don't think, and apparently it's not established, as of right now, those type of rules and guidelines that are just set in stone when you.
Right, like we ain't leaving each other. Yeah,
Right.
like I don't think they have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
But how could you leave your friend though? Like I think the alcohol is what made the disagreement happen.
yeah.
You know, because they may obviously young, they may not be able to handle their alcohol. Somebody
Even
says
so,
something.
even so, I'll still.
Well, it
wouldn't
was her
leave my
birthday,
friends.
so she was drunk. That obviously
Right.
people were feeding her drinks. It was her birthday. Hey,
Right.
it's
Right.
another drink. So
Even if she
she
got
could have
way
been
out of hand, there's a certain rule of thumb.
There's not going to be a rule, Darcy, when you have underlying issues with a person.
Yeah.
Not going to be a rule of thumb when you ain't never liked to be and you ain't never.
Yeah, but
Ain't
somebody in
rule of
that group
thumb.
liked her though. Like
That's what I'm saying. And if there's some sideline talk, there's going to be a third group chat that she ain't in, that they talking about her, bad about her, telling her she always getting sloppy drunk. Let's leave this girl. Let's leave her because she always it's all the time. Everywhere. We don't got time for this. And not knowing this is what's going to happen to her. That's on their conscience.
It is, exactly.
It could be a learner lesson type of mentality. I don't know if I trust that age group to have that type of mentality or not.
For real. Yeah.
But, it could be a learner lesson because sometimes that is required. Like people do need that, because that's just what it is, but at that point in time, who knows? Like,
I mean, it's a breakdown in these girls' relationships. Obviously, obviously there's some kind of a breakdown in those relationships. But like, I have a daughter that age. I have a son that age. Like, they would never leave their friends like that. And my daughter tracks me on her phone. I'm a single woman. My daughter tracks me. She tells me where I am. Any given time. Why are you here? What do you do? You know what I mean? Like, there's a breakdown in that relationship because if you truly care for your friends, there's no way you're letting them walk away from this. And that's what Debbie was saying. There is a breakdown in that relationship where these girls, maybe, but like they all went out for her birthday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the worst part. It's her birthday.
That'll be the time. I have seen numerous videos on all of these social platforms where I had a birthday party and nobody showed up. Or I did this and I was going to this vacation to Miami, quote unquote, especially Miami for my birthday and we ain't friends no more. I left her. She did this. She did. It's always something when they're doing something collectively. Because why? Once again, underlying issues, people not coming forward, saying how they really feel. Even if you a drinker, he can say, listen, if we're going to go out with you, we don't want you to get sloppy drunk like that. We would have that talk, have that conversation. Don't be quick to be ignorant and say, oh, whatever. Don't be quick to do that because at the end of the day, that could be your sister. That could be your aunt. That could be your cousin.
That could be somebody's mother. Like,
exactly.
It's crazy that they...
Not everybody is your friend.
Hello now.
You can't get drunk around everybody.
But that just means she probably trusted them. She thought they were her friends. Like she probably was their friend. They wasn't her friend. Like, because there's no way she thinks she out celebrating with her friends. She gets drunk and now I'm somehow dead because they left me. Why did y'all leave her? I'm still on that part. Like, y'all left her. Like, what you mean? Like, whether she's sloppy drunk or not, it's three of y'all, right? It's three of y'all who wasn't sloppy drunk. So why y'all ain't make sure she got home? Why y'all ain't just drop her off and continue on about y'all day? You know, like,
Y'all got in a vehicle and left Shorty. It's not like y'all got on a train, y'all got on a bus, y'all got in a whole car and left the girl.
Crazy.
There's something that happened in this generation where that is
there's
not.
no like humanity. Yeah, there's no like, because they see something happening, instead of trying to like help, somebody will pull out their phone. So there's that whole like, that's not a human, that's a story. Or that's not, happening to me. It's happening to them. Let me make sure I get the, like, there's no like, oh my God, a human is, let me go help that person. There's no, that's gone out. That's out the window.
Well, the story happened in 2021, I believe, going into 2022. It happened in the state of Rhode Island. And what happened is after about a few days after the friend tried calling her cell phone the next morning.
I don't know for what.
Yeah, what you calling me now for?
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
you left me at the club.
Get it. Hello.
Can we be that harsh though? Can we be that harsh? Like, we're all human beings. We are all human beings. You know, like
Apparently so, they could be that hard.
people, we have emotions. Sometimes those things take over our conscience and our right state of mind, right? We don't know what she was doing to, evoke these type of emotions in everybody else.
It shouldn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It shouldn't matter. That's the problem with women. They are so quick to go against each other instead of you guys came together, you leave together. Bottom line.
That's a policy. That's a policy that has been established throughout time over generations. But what I'm saying is, this generation don't have the same policies that.
Oh, I know what you're saying, Darcy, but what I'm saying is they're still south. That's still south from the beginning. Like, I agree 100% with you, but I'm not giving them the pass because this is a generational thing. My thing is, these are your friends. You're supposed to care about these people. You came there together. You make sure everybody left safe. Period. Mm-hmm. That little girl is gone because of them.
How they caught this individual, he was actually, not to mention, he was studying to be a scientist doctor. He was making the good money in California, I believe. And he moved to Rhode Island to study and work on some other new technology. And he was a young man. And when people heard about the story, they were absolutely shocked that this guy, his friends, that was capable of something like this.
Right.
Long story short, he put her in a suitcase because he had Googled how to get rid of a body, all type of stuff. And the police found all his data, and the street camera caught him coming out of the hotel where her body was in the suitcase, caught him putting the suitcase in his trunk. And the police got a hold of the situation. He was trying to get out of state, and the police caught him in his car driving, pulled him over. And that's how they caught him.
Can I ask y'all this? I missed the first part, but if this were a man, I don't know what this story was. She was drunk or all of that. If this were a man that were acting belligerent, they were drunk, there was no reasoning with him, and you came in a group. Are you doing the same thing for him, or
like
are you
not leaving him? Like not leaving him?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not leaving him. Whoever I'm with, that's who I'm making sure I'm leaving with. I'm making sure that they're okay.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
personally, if I
Because
came with a
know
cat, I'm not
several,
leaving it.
Yeah.
I
Like,
know,
Bring a
I
cat.
know several
yeah.
situations like this is life. Let's be real here. Like
Yeah.
people are different. People don't. There are all kinds of people out here in this world. Some know, some don't know. Whatever. We all human beings. But I know several incidents, okay, where involving a man or a woman. Man, personally, where something like that has happened, man is belligerent. He's a certain type of character. He has problems within his own circle. But we love him, whatever. Let him learn on his own. Leave him. That has happened. This happens in real life.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I definitely understand as far
Yeah,
as,
we know it
especially if
happens.
they're
It
like,
shouldn't
especially if
happen
they're,
is the
but you
problem.
have to
Yeah.
remember, if a person says, I don't want to go with you guys, then what you want me to do then? You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling you to get in the car, we have been here for over 2 hours and I'm telling you to get in the car and you're not trying to get in the car. Hey, I'm going to call a family member. I tried to get him in the car. He don't want to get in the car and I'm going.
Something.
That's it.
Something.
Yeah.
But
I'm
you're
just
gonna
not
call
I'm not
gonna
leaving
leave
until
you there.
somebody gets in
you're
the
gonna call a
Uber.
family
I'm
member,
done.
and what is the family member gonna do?
They know. Well, I
They
couldn't
just
do
know.
nothing. That's it.
Body
Couldn't do
But
nothing.
we don't know ahead of time that it's gonna turn into something like that. We don't know ahead of time what's gonna
No,
happen. We could
no.
just like,
No, but see, I just feel like it doesn't matter if you knew ahead of time or not. The fact is, whether it's male or female, they're still a human, right? And if they're in an inebriated state or whatever the case may be, and you're clearly not, I wouldn't feel okay just leaving them there because they're inebriated. Like, nah, that's why I don't want to leave you.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't. Yo, they could be in the worst
Yeah,
state of mind. They could be like,
Exactly.
I'm not going nowhere until somebody picks them up,
somebody, yeah, I want
or
to make sure
they
you're
get their
okay.
Uber and they get their asses home. I
Yeah,
don't care how ridiculous they act. I don't care.
Yep.
Like that's
right,
that. And yes, we don't know ahead of time what's gonna happen, but we know something can happen. So
right,
we
Absolutely.
have to play our part as being their friend as well. So
Yeah,
that's
right.
why you do that. It's a preventative measure. You sit there and you try to prevent these things from happening.
right.
These girls didn't think about it. And I'm not, yes, they're younger and yes, they're going to learn from this and they don't deserve to be crucified over it. But the truth of the matter is that their actions caused her death.
Yep.
And,
Period.
and you know what? There had
What?
to be a certain type of element of jealousy in there.
Oh,
Right.
Because
something.
But for all
this,
three of
this,
y'all to just leave her is
this
crazy.
was a very pretty young girl. She went out before her birthday and bought a dress and all of that stuff and prepared to go to this function with her friends. So it had to be some sort of, I don't know, that's why I said you got to be careful who your friends are
Yep.
or who you call your friends. Because if some of these friends got animosity towards you or yeah, go ahead and leave it in.
Especially at that age.
Yeah, like, or they
Yeah.
don't have the same morals that you like. They like, oh, well, she'll be all right. Like, no, it's not
Yep.
supposed to be she'll be all right because we came
Exactly.
in a group.
we
Yeah.
don't know what type of person she was, right? We don't know if this was a regular thing for her, right? We don't, and even so, right? She, you, us need to take into accountability what we are doing for ourselves. So whether it was her choosing of her friends, right? Whether it was her choosing to get that belligerently drunk to where we're turning everybody off, right? We have to still take some type of accountability for ourselves instead of us sitting here and just like, no, the friends.
No, because she's not here no more, so we can't go on her part. Gone.
But I'm
But
saying,
She be
I don't know
gone.
anybody
Yeah.
who can take accountability for their own actions when they're drunk. Like I just, that's the whole point of having your friends there.
Right. That's the whole point of having your friends around because
Right.
Yeah,
y'all
so
supposed
you
Right.
to
can
be
get
my
drunk,
bosses
so
when
you
I'm
Right.
can
drunk.
like have a good time for your
I'm
birthday,
drunk.
and regardless of what type of person she is,
here comes the point of choosing your friends. Choosing who are your friends and who are not. And that is also an accountability part on
But
your
see,
behalf.
you don't know that they're your friends or that they're not your friends until it's time for them to stand up and be your friend. Right now is when she needed them and they proved that they weren't her friend.
the
Yep.
poor girl could have gotten. Well, she did get raped. Like
Yeah.
anything could have happened in that situation. And regardless of like, you know, we could talk about like her choice making, you know, and her friends and stuff like that. Yes, you're right. Everybody has to take accountability for their actions, but you can't take accountability when you're dead. You know,
Right,
Yeah,
so at the
right,
end of
right.
the day,
it's gone.
like these girls
Up.
are in some form, some way responsible for what
Yeah.
happened to her,
Absolutely.
regardless.
You can't always blame the other person for
All
what
right, I have a
happened.
question. If her friends did not leave her, is she dead right now?
No.
I
Right.
doubt it. Exactly. That's the whole point. We can't really play that side.
When you
She's
go
not
to the
here.
when they always look at evidence. What can you
Yes,
prove? Where were you at this
exactly.
time with them three
Exactly.
friends? Where were you at that time without them three friends?
Right.
And if there was
Exactly.
if there
Getting
was
murdered.
two
That I'm talking about,
guys
though.
involved,
That's
two
the
dudes
question.
involved, that's even, oh man, dude, like, yo,
Listen,
Y'all
these
was
dudes
supposed to make
nowadays, you
sure
might as
she
well
got
wrap
home.
that up and take it to school tomorrow. Because these dudes
Yeah.
nowadays, it's a
Oh
dub.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's love.
School
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Halle Berry recently revisited the disappointing performance of Catwoman 2 decades after its release. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Berry expressed her frustration over being the sole target of the movie's backlash. Quote, I felt like it was Halle Berry's failure, but I didn't make it alone, she said. Despite this, Berry's resilience helped her navigate the negativity of the feedback.
So I ain't gonna hold you. I like Catwoman. Like, I like that movie. What happened?
Yeah.
I don't remember the negative.
Yeah, I don't either.
I remember people talking. I remember people talking about how good she was as a cat lady.
You probably talking about Rotten Tomatoes.
Well,
Oh.
supposedly, I don't know, but supposedly maybe it didn't sell the way it was supposed to. And people in Hollywood, people dish out blame so differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. They waited to 20 years to be like, it was your fault.
Right. Like,
Why would you not?
It
Like,
was
yo,
production. It wasn't me, the star of the show. It was production.
it was production.
So something that we're probably, I feel like we're learning. I feel like we're learning so much about the entertainment industry
Oh, ma'am, Darcy.
within the last year. Thank you, Cat Williams. Thank you, Cat Williams. We love you. I feel like we're learning so much about this entertainment industry and how crazy and how foul.
Yeah, because I never knew it that a whole movie can be blamed on one actor.
One
I never
actor.
knew that.
like what? Exactly.
First of all, who else was in the movie other than Halle Berry?
She's lost there
Who
by
else was
herself.
there?
Like, come on.
Honestly, don't even remember.
They're like, yo, but who was in the movie? I don't know. Halle Berry, that's it.
I don't even know who Batman was in that movie. Was it Christian Bale? Was it Ben Affleck? I don't know.
That's it. She
I
did her black
Right.
job. She did,
Right.
she did her black job, and that was it.
Right.
Her black job.
Right.
Yes. Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. That you know, it was just. I mean, we don't know as far as how much they put towards the movie, but everybody is due a bad movie every now and then.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Denzel has had, I believe, a bad movie. Every
Of course.
top person has had a bad movie.
But this is the thing, right? He's talking about this as if we are the ones that or maybe not. We're not the ones that said that you did a bad job, Holly.
Yeah, we liked it.
It was the industry, right?
It's Rotten Tomatoes.
Look, and who the hell is Rotten Tomatoes?
Their review. They do reviews.
That's a whole thing right there. Okay. So it wasn't us. It was
No,
them.
Yeah, it was
Right?
them. Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed Catwoman. Yeah.
I don't think I saw it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Who isn't going to enjoy Halle Berry in a latex?
But that's what I'm saying. I love Halle Berry. I love her.
I didn't even know that until just now. Like,
Yeah.
what are we
Well,
talking about?
Yeah.
That's dumb people. That's dumb people over there. I don't know who they are, but they
They said
That's
it.
what we say. They.
That squeeze in the
Yeah.
news now
The
war.
word they. That's them.
Listen, at the end of the day, you look in the mirror. Am I rich? I'm rich. Okay, who cares what they think? Like, who cares what they think?
Yeah,
Right.
it's very disturbing as creatives when you have not just, you know, some of the movie being blamed on you, when you have the people who's pushing the movie too blaming you. That I don't like that. Come on.
I'm sure, but like, she clearly is a talent, and she clearly doesn't have to like prove that she's a talent.
Right. Like, I don't.
It's like, if they didn't like it, then you know what? She is following a script that she didn't write. She's following direction that she didn't make up in her
Yeah.
head. So she is
Costume, everything. She
responsible
did nothing
for
but show up. Like,
She's
yeah.
a talent. Exactly. No.
Well, all right, everybody. It's been a good show.
Yes.
You know, I want to thank Star for being here.
Yes.
Thank you, Star.
Educating us. Yeah.
You know, for everybody else, hey gurus, this is the Lady Guru Show, and we are out of here.
Where my girls at?
All right, everybody.
All right, y'all. Have a great week.